Bring it on. This is from Dawn Pat, who says, is it a sin to remarry after divorce? What are grounds for divorce, and is remarriage okay?
This is something I might add the Catholic Church has finally started to take hold of. But the church has made this very, very tough. There was a time that Jesus got kind of legalistic, and it's been confusion ever since. He said, if anybody gets divorced and remarried except for the cause of adultery or infidelity or fornication, they're committing adultery. So there's one ground, and the Apostle Paul brought in, if you're married to an unbeliever and the unbeliever wants to leave you, then you're not bound under those circumstances. So that's called the Pauline privilege. But I think there's more than that. I think there's constructive desertion. I think we need to understand that there can be such cruelty that a human being can't live with the spouse. But I just think that we're trapping people in can be a hell on earth. But we don't want to loosen up marriage so that you just jump in and out of marriage. And right now, they say about non-fault divorce laws, it's like a turkey voting for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's destroyed women. It really has. So no-fault divorce has not been a good thing. But you ask, is it sin? The Bible is pretty clear about what it is, and so I am not authorized to go beyond that, but I'm talking about unbeliever leaves you. I think what I would call constructive desertion, you can't live with them because they're so nasty. I think, on the other hand, immorality is a breaking of the marriage contract, and therefore the spouse is free. Beyond that, there are no biblical grounds for divorce and remarriage. You can get divorced, you can separate, but it's the remarriage part you're concerned about. Okay.
This is John Pat, who says, I greatly appreciate your opinions and your investment advice. For years, I've not invested in mutual funds for fear of investing in a company that profits from unbiblical means, such as the company who makes the abortion pill. Are there safe investments I can invest in with little startup money?
I have been pushing them, and I think right now they've gone down a bit in value, in price, and it's a tremendous good entry point right now, what are called master limited partnerships, and they are not flowing condoms through pipelines. So don't worry about the fact they're giving abortion pills. They're putting out oil and gas through pipelines. But they give you a guaranteed stream of income every month or every quarter or every whenever they pay them out. But it's 7%, 6%, 10%. I mean, there's some pretty good ones. Master limited. Look at the record of what they do, and I think that, to me, people have always said, what is a safe investment? In my opinion, that is the best investment that is available for the average person today. They're utilities, and they're handling something that everybody wants, oil and gas. All right.
Makes sense. This is Mrs. L, who says, my friend and I are discovering that our pastor's ideas of who Allah is don't really work for us. One says there's no difference between God and Allah. The other says Allah is an Old Testament name for God and that Islam is a cult. We believe God is God and there is no one like him. Can you give some help here? We want to be sure we're in a church that's knowledgeable regarding this.
I tell you, the amount of ignorance in this whole thing is appalling. The word for God in Hebrew is Elohim, which is, the mighty one. That's Elohim. They even use that occasionally for angels. Okay, but God's name, here's the deal. The God of the Bible was revealed in the book of Exodus to Moses and to the people of Israel. It said, by my name. And you see in the English thing, it's a misstatement. It's capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D, Lord. It sounds beautiful. Oh, Lord, thou art great. But that's not his name. His name isn't Lord. His name in Hebrew is Yahweh. And that is a tetragrammaton, which looks like the Hiphil tense of the Hebrew word to be. And the Hiphil means he who causes, cause to be. His name is he who causes everything to be. That's God's name. It is not Allah. I suggested that Allah looks like Hubal, the moon god of Mecca. And I've got an expert at the university who said, no, you're wrong. Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. I've looked up some other references, and they say it looks like Baal of the Phoenicians, that's who Allah is. But it is not the God of the Bible. The God of the Bible is Yehovah, Yahweh, Jehovah, he who causes everything to be. And once you realize his name is above all other names, he causes everything else to be. He's the author and the finisher of all life. And this other thing, yes, it's cultish, yes, it's wrong, and so forth. And we've offered a book about Islam that we'll be glad to give you if you want it. But I hope that clarifies it. But God is not Allah. The God of the Bible is not Allah. Christians should never try to call God Allah. No way. Because it's either Hubal, moon god, or it's Baal of the Phoenicians. But it is not the God of the New Testament, who is Yehovah, Yahweh, he who causes everything to be. Hope that helped you. Okay.
It's all the time for questions today.
That's a good question. It's important.
That is a good
We need
question.
to
It's
clarify
important. That's
that.
why the booklet's important.